Can you do cat and cow if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia in your back? Yes, but you might need to modify the cat portion of this particular pose. Neutral spine, back is flat, fingers are spread wide, a little bit underneath your shoulders, maybe a little bit forward. Neutral spine. As you inhale, you let your back come into extension. Extension is okay. We are pretty safe going into extension with bone loss because this doesn't tend to strain the part of the bone that is most vulnerable to compression fractures. And then from this cow position with the back in a little bit of an arch, we start moving into neutral, so flat back. For those of you with osteoporosis that have had compression fractures, you don't want to come into this next part, the cat part. This is spinal flexion, and that's the rounding where you put the pressure on the front of the bone, and we don't want to do that. We would love to stay in neutral. So you can go from the cow to neutral. Maybe you can add just a little bit of rounding, a little bit of flexion, but you don't want to really, if you ever hear the cues to really press your hands and press your back up, you don't want to do that because that would be going into excessive amount of flexion. You want to stay neutral, maybe just that gentle little bit of rounding. You don't want to go into that pushing down into the hands, pushing the arch of your back towards the sky. So instead, we're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, flat back. And there you have cat and cow with osteoporosis in the mid or lower spine safely. I hope that was helpful.